Chester, sit. Sit. Now, I don't know if you noticed, I actually gave a little pop on my collar right there. Probably couldn't even tell. All I did was hold down the lock and just give a little tug, and that was all that was required to get him into a sit position. But I took my time because Chester can sometimes be slow about executing command, but he's actively in the process of doing so. So I'm usually patient. If he feels like he needs to spin around and then plop his butt down, that's fine. But I want to make sure that, I don't want to be too quick to correct him, because if he's in the middle of trying to do what I ask, then that's only going to work against me and poison the command. Nope. Sit. Chester, sit. Good boy. Nope. Sit. And usually Chester is really good about staying in place with his implied stay. But he's never done it here under these conditions. You can see he's also a little bit more nervous. And so he probably wants to come be next to somebody that he knows and is a little bit more comfortable with. Okay. Good boy. That was a good boy, yes. Good job, Chester. Good boy, yeah. Yeah, good boy. Let's go. So, if your dog doesn't seem like he's immediately doing what he's supposed to be doing, or you wonder, well, why is he acting like this, which is different than normal, try and put yourself in the dog's head. What's different with the situation, with the context? What might he be thinking? What might he be confused about? That can help to clarify or clear up a lot of miscommunication between you and the dog. Okay, nope. Thank you. Let's go. Of course, there was nothing wrong with him going around the hey, come on, going around that display, but I simply did not want to have to chase after him. So yeah, you're a good boy, aren't you? Good boy, yes. Yep, this one's Chester.
Chester, we look like we're doing a very good job with our sitting.
Yeah. He's working on trying to work through nervousness.
I see that.
Yeah,
we put our head down.
Yeah. Rarely do I see his tail, high above him and wagging, because he's always suspicious about everything around him.
He's got anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Are we a rescue or we just?
Say what? Oh no, he's privately owned. I'm training him for his owners, and with the owners, of course, there's no issues like this. But you've got separation anxiety, and also I've seemed to notice a pattern that he typically bonds quicker and better with women than with men.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like for him to get as comfortable with me as he is with you right now, it took me about a week, whereas with you it took about 5 seconds. I'm very jealous. I could have made a lot more progress if I were a woman.
Maybe better. See, I know my safe places, right? I know my safe places. Well, you're doing very good.
Well, and thank you for socializing with him. That helps a lot, honestly. You look way too comfortable right now, Chester. You're sitting on a little seat.
I think I'll just stay with her.
Yeah.
I think I'll just stay with her.
Yeah.
You're doing so good.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing so good.
Yeah, you didn't think you were coming here and get face massages, did you?
No.
You ready? Let's go. Good boy. Thank you so much. Everywhere you go, you get a lot of love. You're a popular pup. go this way. Yep. Can you go in there? Or it might be too high for you to jump up. Oh, wait, I won't ask you to do that. I just thought it'd be a cute photo.
Yeah, it's like outside. But I read that quote. I read 2 quotes. How you doing?
Good. How about yourself?
Good.
Let's go this way. I actually do need to get some new tents. That same one. Chester, heel. That's something else I wanted to mention real quick. Last little instructional bit for Chester's owners. You might notice that when we give commands, we're usually giving them in a very clear, usually a higher pitched tone. You know, like I might say, you know, come, or nope, or yes, or heel, you know, stuff like that. It's kind of like baby talk, you know, like the way you talk to a baby, it's so cute, you know, like that. And there's a reason, because nope, heel, because dogs don't know English and they don't understand words, but they, come on, heel, nope, but they do understand, or they can learn to understand the meaning of sounds. So, for instance, you know, if you are talking to Chester and you say sit, he doesn't understand that word until he learns it through recitation. Okay, good boy. You can walk around now freely until, you know, we teach him to sit and what sit means, right? He's got to learn. But it's not just once he learns sit, now he knows sit. Like I'm saying sit right now several times in this conversation with the camera, and Chester hasn't looked up at me once. He hasn't tried to sit at all. So what gives? If he knows the word sit, why is he not, you know, sitting down, you know, 10 times already? And the answer is because he doesn't hear me saying the word sit. I'm speaking sit with my regular monotone voice. Let's go. And in a regular monotone voice, it doesn't matter if I'm saying sit or, you know, alakazam or anything else. It all just sounds like blah, 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 blah to him, because there's no sound, no tone, no pitch that is standing out above the others. That's why if I want him to learn sit, he's not really recognizing the word sit meaning sit. He's recognizing sit, sit. Now he just turned and looked at me. Chester, sit. Good boy, yes. Because the way I said sit right there, he hears and he can listen for it. But if it were me just saying sit regularly, it means nothing to him because he's not even hearing it. It's just background noise. It's getting cluttered in with the rest of my monotone dialogue, because we humans are really good at picking out words and sounds, even if the pitch or tone varies. So like if I, you know, am calling my friend Johnny, I might, you know, say it in the same monotone voice I'm doing now, like, hey Johnny, come over here. Or I might say, hey Johnny, come over here. You know, they both mean the exact same thing and we recognize it. Maybe just the energy behind it is different or the emotion behind it is different, but the meaning is the same. Chester and dogs don't recognize that. They recognize the difference between me talking like this and me talking like this, but not the sounds that are going in between them. You know, again, why I'm using the word sit right now and he's not looking up at me. But when I was demonstrating earlier, words like nope, using that higher pitched tone, he looked at me like, wait, did I do something wrong? So that's why it's important when you use these commands, you use them in that doggy voice. Because that's the pitch he's learned to identify. He doesn't recognize sit, S-I-T, as a meaningful sound. He recognizes the higher pitch version, which I gave him earlier, as the sound, which I'm not saying right now because he's already sitting and I don't want to confuse him. So if your dog doesn't seem to obey you, ask yourself, am I speaking clearly enough? And I don't mean enunciating clearly. I mean speaking clearly so the dog can understand you. So that way your command rises above head and shoulders the rest of all the words you're saying. Because again, humans are really good at picking out words because all we do is yap, 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 yap all day long. That's what we are built to do. The dogs don't speak languages. They don't speak English. They don't recognize these things. Most of their language is intuitive. That they focus on is physical. So if you want a verbal command to get through, a bunch of verbal background noise, it's got to be distinctive enough. And obviously having a distinct word like sit helps, but doing it in a higher pitch, especially when followed by his name, can help out a whole lot. Okay. Sorry. And also because Chester's been really, really good with this loose leash walking, and he rarely, leaves more than 6 feet away from me. But that doesn't mean necessarily that he'll do the same for you when he's back home. Again, family always seems to come with its own set of rules and do's and don'ts. So if he doesn't just fall into this, very chill and chill demeanor, this very, very good loose leash walking with you as a default, might need to, proof that training a bit. Yep, you're right. We should go this way. Smart dog. And there's Apollo with Kelton. Chester, come. Good boy. And you saw I just did like a little pop on the collar. That was all that's needed. I was almost going to reach for the e-collar, but it wasn't necessary. Okay.